Now, we played this last week, Leroy, where he had called out the fan base for flip-floppery on Tua. Well, yesterday he was asked about why he did that. And this is what the snowman had to say about those flip-floppers.
It's not so much for me personally, because, people are going to waver regardless. I was on Instagram Live on Quick Draw Jev. It was like just on my other account. But I was mainly talking about people on Tua. Like, Tua's been balling all year, you know what I'm saying? And we're in the NFL, which is where everybody's getting paid for a reason because everybody's an elite competitor. And so there are going to be games where sometimes the other guy getting paid on the other side of the ball is going to have an advantage and, gets the best of an individual. And so when Tua is out there balling and doing his thing, he's getting all the love. He has one game, and now he's the worst quarterback in the league. That just kind of something that irritated me. Like, you got to have faith in somebody. You got to believe in somebody because, like we have throughout his whole time here, we believed in him, and we know that what he can do, and you guys see that what he can do because he's a hell of a player, and he leads us on the field and off the field. So that was basically that. It wasn't anything for myself personally or nothing like that. Somebody asked me like if I was finna cry or nothing. I was not finna cry. I was just laying down because I was laying down, laying on the floor. You come inside, chilling, whatever. But nah, man, yeah, I was just y'all just ride to it. Like, that's our guy. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Well said, Snowman.
Yep, I do think, and I've said this before, that as a fan, the one thing that you will never admit in a loss is that the other team was better. And you always come up with these reasons why. Well, that team won because our players suck, or that team won because our players didn't do the right thing, or that team won because our players didn't put forth the effort to win. And sometimes it may look that way, when in actuality, on that day, the other team is better. Better game plan. For example, we said Tua missed a lot of open guys for San Francisco. But for the Chargers, there were no open guys. And it was a kind of a scheme thing, where you should have been doing something differently. And they got your number. So to be able to say, that, or this week, or, the Dolphins have found ways to compete and either win or lose in every type of game. You had a shootout in the cold. You had a 17-13 win one week. Like, they find ways to win. So I get where he's coming from. I'm always a believer of, hey, fans, if you want your player to turn it around, you think you have a better chance of turning it around cheering him and giving him support, or booing him and telling him he sucks?
Well, see, I was with you the whole way, but every once in a while, a little tough love.
You're a fraud. You a fraud.
Tobin Tough Love has taken credit.
I'm not a fraud.
Everything good that has happened in South Florida sports.
Right.
That's not true.
Right.
That's not true.
That's just a way. You know what it is? I think it's just a way to interject yourself in other people's success.
Nope. Not
gave
true.
a little Tobin Tough Love. So guess what? If Dunks goes out tonight and makes 7 threes, what are you going to say? Who's a bum?
Who are you pointing at?
Oh my goodness.
Bum.
You know what? That deserves a point.
Thank you.
Point for Tobin.
We are streaming live now on YouTube. You guys can check us out there. 560 WQAM is our channel. We're still putting the clips up there too, by the way. There's a best of clip if you don't want to watch the whole show. Check us on out. We're also streaming live on Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. And check us on out there. Who are you going to
take credit for tonight?
Who am I going to take? I don't really feel like anybody needs tough love. They're on a 4-game win streak. So, it's not needed.
Never stopped you before.
You don't take out TTL for no reason. It's not a library, It's more like a safe deposit box. By the way, Tyler Hero's responded. Only shooting 50% from 3 over the last month. I'm just saying.
Is it safe to say that good players usually turn it around?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could be right.
Now you're
but I could also point to the numbers.
Nothing worse than having a conversation and all of a sudden somebody plays dumb.
You could be right.
You know damn well what I'm saying.
You could be right.
Thanks,
Also, the number.
I'm not leaning out of the camera.
You're lashing out, dude.
I'm not lashing. I'm not
We're lashing out.
Let's see a little bit of Mike McDaniel, huh? Let's see what he thinks of Tua's
Do
performance.
we have enough
in the
time
Buffalo
before
game.
we go to break?
I think we do.
Okay.
To me, that I see that is so unique about Tua, what he was able to do is identify something that he could control. And in this particular game, I saw him completely correct the things that I thought were really holding him back in the two previous. That's a very rare thing to do in sports, is to have control, really just the strength, the mental strength, and it takes to harbor all of the pressure, all of the really how people just will undress every single play, or really hold you incredibly responsible, or have a narrative flip in 2 games after playing however many. It's a lot, and I think not too many people are built for that. And I think we're seeing a young player that is exhibiting that game against Buffalo. He was exhibiting some of the things that I think make him so unique, and why I feel so fortunate to coach him.
Wow. No. What are you talking about, dude?
A lot of that, dude.
What do you mean?
It was.
What are you talking about?
I lost kind of what he was
It was so spot on. What are you talking about?
No,
If we had enough time,
gonna...
barely.
It's like a 4-year-old trying to get a thought out.
No, it's not
sometimes.
true, dude. I mean, he's exhausted. He's just watching film. Give him a break.
And then, but you know, after
I don't like what you're doing right now.
Went to, and then.
You guys don't understand how difficult, and it's like I said when we were at practice, and yeah, I talked to Jevon Holland about what he said, and back to Tua.
You know what you guys are? Yeah, you're disrespectful. You're disrespectful. You are. You are. Here you are talking about my fandom and what I believe in, and you're disrespecting the man.
I love Mike McDaniel. I love what he does. I love the way he has this team, you know, going in the direction that they're going in. However,
Attaboy.
He is long-winded.
I'm a big snack time guy.
Like, they say, Mike, good for you, but we were asking about Tua.
Would you like some more on Tua? I'm glad you asked.
There was a sack in I think it was the first quarter, down by the maybe on the 12-yard line, that in game recognized that he hung on number one a little too long, and then because of that, kind of missed 2 and 3, which in the 2 previous games, it would have really, really affected how he played moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminded me of the Baltimore moment, to be honest, where he identified, oh, I'm forcing something, and then immediately has the mental fortitude to go back and persevere. There was another one in the third quarter, I believe the first drive of the third quarter, where he's dropping back and he's hanging on Waddle for a quick route, and they're not on the same page, which in the heat of the moment, you could either do one of two things. You could get down on yourself because you didn't anticipate what he was doing, or you could get down on Waddle, or you can move on to the next play. It was a throw that got batted down like directly, like a Dikembe Mutombo swat. The very next play, he threw a 67-yard touchdown.
How about that? Huh? Leroy?
I'm gonna have to carry around a little pocket. I'm gonna have to carry around a little pocket defibrillator.
What do you mean? This guy is great. Listen to that recollection, that memory that he has. I love that. The deets. Can't beat the deets, dude.
There's actually one more McDaniel cut. I'm not sure if you sent this to me or I just found this.
By the way, Marco,
Have you ever had a dream that you do
I don't like what you're doing right now.
you
I don't
you
like
could do
this.
so you
I don't approve of it.
you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
There you go.
I don't like you.
That's it right there.
I don't like what you're doing to
Not
him.
that baby got his message across real quick.
Still shorter, right? Still shorter than
Still
I
shorter.
don't like what you guys are agreeing with Mark Sanchez, who said that he was long-winded, and I don't like it.
hey, that toddler got to his point.